Hey YouTube, I look really tired because I just got from my second class of the week in my first week of law school, and I just took all my eye makeup off, so I look like a 10-year-old kid when I don't wear any eye makeup, and I'm really tired. So I just kind of wanted to do a quick video on the second day, just because I had some feelings in class. So the second class was Torts and legal research and writing. Now I had both of these classes on Monday, so this is the second day, and then tomorrow I'll have contracts, and that'll be my classes for the week. And so I'll pretty much do homework Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So for Torts today, pretty much legal research and writing is pretty dry right now because we don't know anything. She literally has to walk us through. It's like going through kind of like, I don't know, college algebra. Like, you know, there's so much to learn, but you don't know anything. You don't even know where to start. So she has to literally start us off with, this will be the vocabulary, and this is how you'll write, but don't worry about that for now. I'm just, like, she talks kind of fast. We can't record, and it's just a little, like, we do some assignments and then turn them in. So for me, I'm caught in between right now. Like, I go home and I do a lot of, like, rewriting my notes, checking to make sure I understand what was talked about. Because right now, I feel like, oh my gosh, I don't want to get behind. I don't want to get too comfortable with just slowly going at her pace and learning and then not know when to pick it up. I don't know. I just feel weird. So I just try to keep up and make sure that I do a little extra work, even though we're not getting a lot of homework assignments. I mean, we're getting homework assignments. We're getting a lot of reading is what you get in law school. And because it's so much, it's not that it's a lot. It's just that maybe, 27 pages seems like nothing. But when you need to read something once, and then you need to reread over it to do a case brief to understand it, do your case brief, then reread over it again to make sure you understand it. It kind of gets, tiring. It gets to be a lot of reading. So that's pretty much the gist of, like, the homework that we're getting. We got a few exercises, but she wasn't able to, like, she's not really giving us too much to do. We had to do a writing assignment, just a small little blurb about ourselves that she asked us to write, just so that she knows how we write. So that wasn't graded. That was just something she wanted us to do. So I just kind of had to write, I don't know, it was like a 20-line page, which Microsoft Word has up in the top word count. If you click on that, it'll tell you how many lines, how many characters, how many words, stuff like that. So that's how I made sure it was 20 lines, just FYI if you didn't know that. So today in legal research and writing, I was literally like this, falling asleep because I was pretty bored. And let's remember that I'm part-time, so I work all day, 8:30. I get up at 6 a.m., work out. Then I have to be at work by like 8:30, but I have to, because I park beside the law clinic in that parking lot, I have to be at work at like 7:50 because I won't be able to get a parking spot. There's other places I can park, but I don't want to walk that far because I'm lazy. So I have to be up for that. And then I go to class at 6 o'clock. And then I come back at 9 something. I, unpack my backpack and I get my stuff together. And then I might get my clothes together for work. And I get push the table back so I can work out in the morning, or if my boyfriend doesn't help me out, because he comes in later than me sometimes, he doesn't come in until 9:30 from work. So I pack my lunch or what I'm taking for lunch. One thing that I have noticed, and this may be just because it's the start of law school, but when you do your organization fair, sign up for stuff, because they send you messages like the fair is today, blah blah blah, and then when you sign up for the organizations, they actually send you like, hey, we have our meeting today, blah blah blah. There is always food served at these meetings, and it may just be the first week, but there's lunch served, and they try to really feed you a lot. And then they also have snacks. So like today we just had snack of the month, so I guess that's something they do monthly. Snacks in the atrium. So the part-time students had theirs at 5, and then the full-time students had theirs at noon. So if you're like me and you work right beside the law school, you can go over there twice. However, I did not. Another thing that I wanted to tell you guys about is that I asked my teacher today, because she was saying how she practiced in North Carolina and she did this, and she's a partner, and she's practiced here, and I always wondered, it may be common sense to some people, but I just decided to ask because even though it's really early, did she take several bars? And she said she did. She lived in Maryland. She took that bar. Then Washington, D.C. just pays, or you just pay to be able to practice. So you pay for like being, accepted or whatever the certificate is for practicing in a certain place after you take the bar and pass it. So you pay for that, and you don't have to take the bar. Then she moved to Pennsylvania or somewhere, and she paid to take the bar there. Then she moved somewhere else, and she paid to take the bar there. Then she moved to Missouri, and she paid to take the bar there. So she was telling me that she would not recommend it. And she actually said, because I kind of want to take the bar where I'm from, because I know my family will, want to utilize me. And I want to take the bar where I'm from, and then also take it in like another state. So like maybe California, or I don't know. Anyway, I heard that New York's bar was extremely hard. I do know that New York and California bar is 3 days. It's a 3-day bar. A lot of other states is a 2-day bar. Just 1 day is multiple choice, which is like a multi-state bar. And then you have your specific states. So like for Idaho, they may test you over tax, family law, and I don't know, the Constitution. And North Dakota might do something else. So she said that you literally, each time you take the bar, you do need to study again. So she would recommend, if you already, like me, if you already know that you're going to want to live somewhere else, but you're going to want to take the bar in the state that you are going to school, if that's 2 different places, then you need to use your electives. So you have certain classes that you need to take in law school. Use your electives to, so like for example, I'm in Florida, and I'm going to take the Florida bar. So I'm automatically going to learn Florida law because I'm in Florida law school. Then I want to go to California. I would use the elective classes that I get to choose from, and find out what California bar tests for that Florida doesn't, and then take those classes as electives. She said she did that. She took tax knowing she would never practice that, just because she knew it was on the bar. So you do that, and then as soon as you get out, you have to take 2 bars, which is dreadful, but at least you still have it in your mind. You will find out things in law school. This is from her, what she said, my teacher. You will find out things in law school that you never use, you're never going to use. So then if you do like her and you take the bar years later after you get out of law school, you have to study all over again, which can kind of be expensive if you pay for, different study sessions or whatever. She also mentioned that if you have been practicing for a certain amount of time, so for some of those bars, she got to just pay the money and not have to take it. In some of the states, if you've been practicing for so long, then you automatically don't have to take the bar. Some people want you to take the bar. Some people you just give them money and you don't have to take the bar. I did not ask how much it costs, and LSAT scores and money seems to be a taboo to like the world, which is annoying to me because I'm pretty like whatever, open. But I didn't ask how much it costs because I didn't want to be kind of rude. The last thing I will say is my torts class today. One thing that I was thinking about was, like, the teacher was asking us questions about a case. And everybody was, like, coming up with, like what can you think of for this case if you're, we're all new, but still they were thinking of stuff. And I was thinking, oh my God, I can't think of anything. I need to be more creative. Then when other people said it, I was like, oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. But I couldn't think of anything more creative. And the teacher kept reassuring us that, if you're not catching it right now, or if you're not thinking about these things, it's because, you haven't been in a world where you need to think about these. I'm in class with some people who are paralegals and way older people, so I'm not going to put too much into it, but I was thinking that today, like, oh my gosh, because they did say that a part of being a lawyer, you need to, or a part of being a lawyer, you need to be thinking creatively. So like, for instance, we had a crop dusting issue, and if you drove into or you flew into a barn and the law said you can't fly into a barn, but you were just now coming up from landing, and you were still driving into a barn in the crop dusting plane, then technically you could argue that it wasn't flying, so you didn't go against the law. So stuff like that you have to kind of be creative on. But anyway, that's my blurb for today. I'm really, really tired, and I have one more class tomorrow, and for the week, and I need to do my reading because there's 3 cases that I need to read. And she didn't say do case briefs, but I try to do them before class just so that I get a lot of practice for case briefs, even though it's my first week. So that's my little blurb for today. I'm going to go get some sleep after I do my reading, and I hope this helps. Thanks for watching. Bye.